As a motorcycle rider, we cannot assume other drivers will see us. So if we are doing something reckless, there's a good chance we're gonna get a really bad reward for that. This video is coming from California. It's going to be a motorcycle rider traveling at a high rate of speed, lane filtering between the HOV and the rest of the traffic. We're going to have a car come from the left HOV lane wanting to merge to the right and clip the motorcycle rider. We're going to figure out why this happened and how we can use that information for ourselves. At the end of this month, I'll be participating in the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, and during this time, I'm raising money for men's mental health and prostate cancer research. If you would like to donate to this wonderful cause, please click the link in the description or participate in a ride near you. I'll be participating in the Tucson ride, so if you're here locally or you want to travel, let's go ahead and hang out and meet up and have a great time. Okay, right off the bat, I want to talk about the high rate of speed, the lane filtering etiquette, and some rider assumptions that cars are not going to hit him because he's doing what he feels like he's supposed to be doing. Let's go ahead and figure out what went right in the situation, what went wrong in the situation, how we can use this what-if scenario for ourselves, and so we can prevent it for ourselves. So right here, he's going to be lane filtering. Let's go ahead and move forward just a little bit. Now, when you lane filter, this is all the room you really get, okay? So let's go ahead and scroll back just a little bit. When you lane filter, you don't get a lot of room. The main thing you want to do is ride on the line and at a slower speed, okay? For me personally, when I'm traveling to California, I won't go above 10 over the stopped or slowed traffic. I'm not going to go 30 or 40 or 50 over like this motorcycle rider is doing. The one thing I want you guys to understand when it comes to escape routes is that if you are traveling, let's go ahead and scroll back just a little bit. Let's say you are traveling and both these vehicles right here slammed the brakes. Where are you going to go? Are you going to swerve all the way to the left? Are you going to swerve all the way to the right? What are you going to do? The one thing I want you guys to understand when it comes to lane filtering is that this is an example of how much room you really need to move your motorcycle between traffic. So you can actually use this portion right here as an escape path. See the line of sight, how you can see very far down the road. This is a good lane position also. So when you are traveling and you're stuck between two vehicles like this, go ahead and scoot back just a little bit, give yourself a little bit more space cushion, about right here. Let's ignore this car right here to the left. But let's say that you're traveling right here and you have two vehicles and both of them slam the brakes because of something happened. Maybe you weren't paying attention, all these different things. Now you're gonna have to do an emergency maneuver, and what you can do, instead of swerving all the way to the left to get to the shoulder or trying to swerve all the way to the right, let's say it's all open over there, you can apply the brakes and try to slow down, but then you can also use this portion right here as an escape path. Look, you can go right here and let's just say now you stop. Okay, now you have plenty of room. You use that escape path to stop because these people stop for a reason, possibly have some debris in the road and stuff like that. So this is what I believe is good in this scenario, is that this is a good example of what you can do just in case. Now, for the bad part, this is not how you're supposed to lane filter at a high rate of speed. So we're going to keep moving. You see how high rate of speed he's going. Now, here's one tip. This is the reason why he actually crashes a little bit later, he gets clipped, is that you see these gaps in traffic, okay? So this car right here on the left is not going to turn right because of the red car, correct? Okay, well, what about, let's go ahead and scroll back. What about this white car? This white car has plenty of time, plenty of room, plenty of everything to move over to the right. Same thing with the black car right there, can move over to the left. That is a clue that, hey, this is a possible hazard. More than likely, when you get to this position, these two vehicles aren't really possible hazards unless they kind of squish in a little bit, but more than likely they're going to maintain their path of travel. The only ones that are going to be real possible hazards is now this blue car. He could easily switch over. Maybe he wants to get over to the exit on the next exit, and so he has to start moving over. Can't see you because you are lane filtering at a higher rate of speed. Can't judge your speed. Can't judge where you are in space and time. And then also, if you look at the shadows of these vehicles, the shadow of the motorcycle rider is ahead of the motorcycle rider. That means the sun is to the back. So if anybody is trying to merge lanes and they're looking into the mirrors, they have sun in their eyes. That is something that you need to take in consideration when you're doing something like this. That more than likely the drivers are not going to see you because they can't judge your speed, they can't see you because of the sun, and they are more focused on trying to make that quick lane change because there's so much traffic. So they probably won't use an indicator. They're just going to take whatever is there. So we're going to move forward just a little bit. This is also another hazard. This person can move to the left. This person can move to the right. Now we're getting to the spot where it's starting to back up, and more than likely you're not going to have anybody wanting to move over, but we're going to have this one spot right here. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't see any indication or anything right here from this Prius, and that is an open spot. But the one indication I see, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll back right here. This is where the Prius is straight forward. Once we get to about right here, you see the tires starting to turn. You see the whole vehicle starting to turn. Where the nose and headlights are pointing is where the car is going to go. But the motorcycle rider is traveling at high rate of speed now. If he's going to be applying the brakes, he has a very shortened distance to stop. So at this point, you're going to have to try to slow down your absolute best and then make an evasive maneuver to the right or left after we get past these vehicles. So at this point, you should have been slowing down, and then if you had to, you can make an evasive maneuver to the right, and you have this nice open escape path right here. An escape path doesn't necessarily have to be a perfect lane. It just needs to be an opening where you can put your motorcycle. So right here for me, if I was slowing down because I saw the vehicle starting to pull over, this is going to be my escape path right here. I've already slowed down my speed. Now I'm going to swerve to the right. I'm not going to apply the brakes. I'm braking, then I'm going to release the brakes and then swerve. And then if I have to, I will go ahead and lane filter in between these vehicles. And we're going to go ahead and see these vehicles and kind of how everything is situated. So I'm going to swerve, miss this, but now I have another escape path between vehicles, just like lane filtering. This is why it's super important to understand that lane filtering gives you an idea of what you can do. Doesn't necessarily mean you should be lane filtering at high rate of speed, but it gives you that idea of, hey, this is right here, the distance between vehicles. I can easily make it between there, okay? So that might be something you want to practice if you're able to do so in California and Utah or outside of the United States. So I would have swerved. Let's go ahead and go back just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that this is going to be a what-if situation. I see the vehicle. So that's right here. Perfect. So the vehicle is straight. I see the vehicle starting to move out. So now I'm going to start apply the brakes, slow down, slow down, slow down. This is an emergency situation, but all I need to do is slow down my speed just enough to where I can make an evasive maneuver. If I could slow down enough to right here and just let the guy go, perfect. But if not, and I'm going too high rate of speed, I'm going to slow down, slow down, slow down, applying the brakes, apply the brakes, apply the brakes, apply the brakes. At this point, release the brakes, make an evasive swerve movement to the right. So we're going to pretend I didn't hit. So evasive swerve movement, boom. Now we're going to go ahead and start to apply the brakes again while I'm straightening up. And now look at this. I have an open area with line of sight where if I have to use more room to slow down, like a runway, then this is what I can use in this area. I have plenty of room. I can see ahead of time. But just like what happened where the person wanted to come out, now I have new hazards, new things I have to focus on and watch out for. So everybody, let's make sure that we are focused on safety when we're lane filtering if we are allowed to. Let's not assume that the driver is going to see us, especially when they have many factors against them. They have the sun in their eyes. We are going at a high rate of speed, so they can't judge our speed. They can't judge our speed because we're such a small target, and now we're going between vehicles, if they even see us. And since we're not assuming the drivers will see us, that means we are taking full responsibility. If we take full responsibility for our own actions when we're riding, then we know for a fact that we can improve ourselves and play off of other drivers because they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, or we assume they're not supposed to be doing. We become better. If you like this type of stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I see that there's 70% of you that are not subscribed but still watch this stuff. So if you would like to be a part of the crew, just hit that subscribe button. It's as simple as that. I post videos every single day, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find something that is valuable to you. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll be seeing you around. You know what? I want to catch up and show off. So ego might be a play in this, but look at his hands. Watch the jerky movements. You know, the shifting, the throttle. He's going full speed, almost in the red zone, and then he's going to panic brake right here. Boom, panic brake because he saw the brake lights. He's going to have a lot of lacerations, a lot of injuries, abrasion, everything. But we're going to go ahead and jump into that.